Hi, I'm Charlie, and this is Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is available both as a podcast, wherever you get great podcasts, and on video on our YouTube channel, Cooking Secrets for Men. So today, very pleased to have as my guest, Quentin Prince. Quentin, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming.
For having me.
So Quentin is the Executive Director of the Milwaukee Youth Sports Alliance and is also a director at Journey House Youth Center for Youth Leadership and Student Services. He is a Milwaukee Business Journal 40 Under 40 Honoree, graduate of the ACRE program, which is Associates in Commercial Real Estate here in Milwaukee, and a Forward 48 alum. And I saw something last night on Facebook that you were just at a Forward 48 event last night.
I was.
Right over there?
Yeah.
Right over, yeah. So thanks for making the trek back here in the third ward today. So let's start where we usually start, at the beginning. So tell me about your early years. You were born and raised here in Milwaukee.
I was, yeah.
And then how that get up to where you end up doing some volunteer work.
Okay, so yeah, born and raised here in Milwaukee on the north side of the city, just off 23rd and Capitol. My mom still has a house there, and we used it as a family home. And I've loved Milwaukee. I want to say I've never wanted to leave. I take that back, because there definitely have been times where I'm like, I'm out of here. But I definitely love Milwaukee. Milwaukee has a piece of me that will never be replaced, and so I love to be able to give back to Milwaukee.
Sure.
When it comes to volunteering in particular, I feel now in my adult years that I was essentially not built, but it was always part of my upbringing. I didn't realize it when we were doing it when I was a youngin', but my dad was that person who was community focused, took us out to do school food drives and clothing drives and give back to the community in all sorts of different ways. And I thought that I was just, his son being tagged along to do these things, but it didn't resonate with me until I got older that, these were things that were kind of like implanted in me when I was young. And so giving back to, the city in various ways, volunteering has always been part of me.
Good. So as a teenager, you start volunteering at Journey House Youth Center. So talk about that experience and how it kind of led you towards the path of your early career.
So it is no secret that Milwaukee has its issues when it comes to like the segregation and separation of the city. And so I grew up on the north side of the city, and one of the things that unfortunately the stigma is that you don't travel to other sides of the city. You don't go to the south side.
Right.
Or vice versa. South side doesn't come to the north side. It's like that 27th Street Bridge was just like the thing you did not cross.
Right.
And so I grew up on the north side, and I didn't know anything about the south side until I was 19, 20 years old.
This is not unusual for Milwaukee. I was born and raised in D.C., and people in Maryland never went to Virginia and vice versa.
Okay.
When I was in Cincinnati, the people on the east side never went to the west side.
Okay.
So it's just, there's this thing about I live here, and, I don't know about those people over there, and I'm not going there.
Yeah, like I'm going to stay in my bubble, and
Right.
That's where my comfort zone is. And so I happened to watch a news segment about Journey House on television. And I had never heard about the organization. I was sitting there at the dinner table with my mom, and she said, maybe you should go over there and check it out and see what it's like. So I did. I came over to the south side, and
Now, where are they on the south side?
21st and Scott.
Okay. So that starts you on your journey towards at Journey House in the world of working in, I don't say nonprofits, but certainly in the area that you're interested in helping people and giving back to the community. So the two jobs that you currently have as the director at Journey House and as the executive director at the Milwaukee Youth Sports Alliance deal with kids, youth in our community. So talk a little bit about the Sports Alliance and its role in the community.
Awesome. So the Milwaukee Youth Sports Alliance is a nonprofit organization that was started in 2018 by the Milwaukee Bucks, Beta Philanthropies, Milwaukee Kickers, and America Scorers. Essentially what they did is there was a community convening called On the Table, and at these discussions they would talk about the issues that kind of like plague our city and try and brainstorm ways.
I know a little teeny
bit
about it.
I thought you might.
Yeah,
I thought you might. And so from those discussions they thought about what the landscape of youth sports looks like here in Milwaukee. and how do we collectively elevate and reimagine what youth sports looks like. And so the Milwaukee Youth Sports Alliance is not a youth sports organization in the sense that we offer sports. We're more so designed to be like the governing body of all youth sports across Milwaukee.
Okay.
And so I jokingly compare what we do to like the NCAA that oversees college athletics.
Sure.
So we train all coaches in social emotional learning, trauma-informed care, and sports-based youth development. We do that because we want these coaches to kind of have that foundation to build off of when they're working with kids, because that is the thing that's most important. We also do infrastructure development. We also see ourselves as the convener, bringing everybody together. So if we've got coaches across the city that have never had a conversation, but yet you might serve the same kid because that kid is a dual sport athlete.
Right.
We want to make sure those coaches are communicating, coming together, collaborating, and sharing information that's in the best interest of the youth.
So your other full-time job is a director at Journey House Youth Center, which is kind of a full circle thing for you. Started as a volunteer, and now you're director dealing with kids who are using the program, but also the volunteers. So talk a little bit about the work of the community of Journey House.
So Journey House is a community organization on the south side of the city, 55 years old, I believe, this year. They work in 4 buckets. So youth development, which I oversee, adult education, workforce development, and then family engagement. And so the way that they approach working with the community is kind of like in that holistic fashion, in the sense that we're not only supporting kids, but we're supporting the parents, we're supporting the family as a whole, and we're keeping them all engaged. And on average, Journey House gets to work with like 6,000 to 7,000 youth and families each year. So that's a huge impact. And so that is part of what drove me to work with the organization. Growing up, I never thought that I would be working with youth or in nonprofit or in education. My background was originally architecture. So I thought that was a space that I was going to live in. But volunteering at Journey House while in school, I fell in love with education in the non-traditional sense, meaning like I didn't see myself as a classroom teacher, but I knew I wanted to have an impact on youth and on the community. But I did go that route of, being an educator for a number of years, working with Journey House in the nonprofit space, and it's been absolutely fulfilling. They say follow your passion, and that's what I did.
So speaking of education, you also teach at UWM. So what do you teach there, and what kind of time commitment does that involve?
So I teach entrepreneurial data science. So when I say that, often people are like, what in the world is that? So it essentially is a business startup course teaching the students how to build a startup from ground up. What do you need in order to build that foundation of creating that business? But understanding what data science is. And so, there's this huge push over the last few years for STEM programs.
Right.
And I often say that kids can be what they don't see. So if kids don't have the opportunity to see a person in a particular STEM career, how can they ever know to aspire to be that? And so data science is this huge animal where, kids could have a thriving career being a data analyst or a data scientist. And so through a partnership with Marquette, UWM, and Northwestern Mutual, this program was created. Essentially it's a certificate program at UWM to provide students a runway into a data science career. And so that's kind of what it is. And
so is this both traditional college students and adults, or is it mostly college students?
Mostly college students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So lots of work in the community, lots of dealing with the youth of our city, which is to be commended, because you never know as a person who is a mentor, coach, teacher, leader of young people, how that is going to affect them in a positive way. And everybody has a story about a coach that I had, or a teacher that I had, or someone who helped me out. So to be commended for the great work that you do all over the place. So
thank you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Sure.
One of the things that I have learned to that point is that, and I also reiterate to friends and family and all of that good stuff, colleagues, is that our fingerprints never fade from the lives that we touch.
Sure.
So if you have the opportunity to be that coach, a mentor, a teacher, or whatever the case is, that impact that you can have on that kid or on that young adult is something that can last a lifetime. You might not realize, if you have a sit down small conversation like this, the words that you share could echo throughout the years.
Absolutely.
And so,
yeah, I mean, congratulations on the great work.
Thank you.
So, I want to give you one of our aprons.
Okay.
And so that we call this serious people with serious jobs having a little fun. We're going to have a little fun. So, Quentin, what are we making today?
We are making a chicken, broccoli, rice, cheese bake.
Sounds good. All right, so we've done a little prep work back here. Give us a moment. We'll run back to the kitchen, and we'll get cooking, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're here in the kitchen. So, Quentin, take it away.
Hey, there we go. So we are ready to make our chicken, rice, broccoli, and cheese bake. So we got all the ingredients here. We got some amazing broccoli. We've got some chicken. We've got the rice ready to go. We got some panko crumbs, and we got the cheese right in the back. Got to use Sargento right there. We got some milk. We've got some garlic and other ingredients.
Panko breadcrumbs.
Yep, panko breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, oil, all of that good stuff.
So we've heated a pan, and so we're going to put in a little olive oil. There she is. Olive oil, my good friend Alum. So let that heat for just a second, and then we're going to, on the stovetop, put in the chicken and the broccoli, right?
Yes, sir.
All
so
righty.
Get ready to throw this chicken in first. I think we are ready. There we go.
A little sizzle.
Already sizzling.
All right. Okay. So you got a little salt, pepper, garlic, onion.
Yeah, this is an awesome meal. I chose to do this meal because I thought it was an easier meal. I used to cook this all the time. But specifically I chose this meal because I wanted the dads out there to see a quick meal that you can cook for your kids. So if you are a single dad or whatnot and you're cooking a meal for your kid, here's a quick, easy meal that you can make up in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to add this broccoli in.
Okay.
Put a couple of those over. Perfect. Look at this beautiful broccoli that we have.
All right, got broccoli. We got the florets and some of the stems cut up in little pieces.
This is already starting to smell fantastic.
All right, so this is going to cook until we get the chicken, and the broccoli again will cook in the casserole as we put that together. So as we're doing this, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to put the rice into the microwave. See, I'm helping here.
Doing a fantastic job, Charlie.
All right, so it's usually 90 seconds, but for two of them, I can put it in for two and a half minutes. So after we get the, yeah, you can smell it's really good.
Yeah.
So after we do this, we'll take the rice and then the cheese and a little garlic, little milk, and put some panko on top, and if we need more, we got more. The chicken and broccoli just seem to go well together.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say the number of times that I've made this meal, I've never made it at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that is, yeah, we usually feed the people who work or the staff here, and so the woman who's in the office came over and said, so what are you making today? And I told her, she said, is that a breakfast thing? I said, I don't think you're going to see it at Ma Fisher on their menu, but when I said, I'm going to eat it, which I know will come as a shock to those of you who know me, and I'm going to eat, no matter what's put on the table. All right, our rice is ready. Ow. I'm going to go ahead and, again, help. That's what could be described as what I'm doing. And I'm going to put the rice in a bowl. Ow! Hotsie. It's hot. Okay, we got our hot rice. All right. So in the hot rice, so we're going to put in some cheese. Cheese, there's open. About 2 cups, right?
Yeah, so we're putting about 2 cups of cheese in. I feel like you can never have enough cheese.
That's one of those rules. No such thing as too much chocolate, cheese, butter, garlic. All right, so we got that.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to this little mix here.
All right.
There's some pepper. Maybe a little bit too much pepper.
Nah, it'll cook out.
A little bit of salt in here.
All right, salt and pepper to taste.
Just a pinch.
Maybe put a little garlic too.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
All right, so we got some garlic coming in. So probably a couple teaspoons that we're putting in.
Yeah,
So we put there. Oh, we're just, yeah.
We're eyeballing it right now.
Right.
Totally.
For guys, is how we cook. There we go. And then the milk, and then we gotta stir this. And there's a cup of milk we're adding in. All right. Grab your, there we go.
Mix this all up.
Then we'll add the chicken and broccoli on top. And then we'll mix that all together and then put it in the casserole dish. How are we doing over here?
Looking good.
Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna roll so we put all the chicken and broccoli in. And we're gonna combine this together. Alright. It's just everything's gonna continue to cook in the casserole. So to your point, Quentin, we could probably top it with some cheese too.
Absolutely. That's honestly what I was just thinking.
There you go. Great finds.
There we go.
All right, so we got some more cheese in there. And then we'll top it with these as we put it in the casserole. No, we'll put it that's on the casserole. All right, so this is going to go into the. All right.
More chicken over here on this side.
Which side is my side?
Whatever side you'd like.
Okay, yeah. Spread a little.
Panko, breadcrumbs.
And we can put more on if we need to.
What is that? I think we will put some more on.
More panko. All right. So we're going to finish topping this, and then we're going to put it in the oven. And there we go.
There we go. That looks
Good.
perfect.
All right. Why don't you stick it down there in the oven?
There we go.
I'll grab that for you.
Thank you.
And we're at 400 degrees. And so we're going to let this cook for about 15-20 minutes. So when we get back, we're going to sit down and, what do you think? Give it a taste, Quentin?
Sounds good.
All right. Give us a minute. Be right back. All right, we're back. So, Quentin, I got my gloves on because this is hot. Tell us what we got here.
Fresh out the oven, we've got a chicken, broccoli, cheese, and rice bake, which smells fantastic.
All right. So I'm going to take these off. All right, we've got serving spoons. Quentin, you're the guest. Why don't you go ahead and dig in? Ooh, this. The breadcrumbs are nice and... Oh, we got 2 spoons, so.
Yeah, go ahead and
All right.
serve it up.
Ooh, nice and cheesy. Wow. Just hotsy. You can see it's steaming. You guys can see how it's that's steam. I need a little chicken.
Get a couple more things of broccoli and I am good.
All right, need some chicken. All right.
This looks great, Charlie.
Well, you made it.
We made it.
Okay,
You did your part.
Yeah, I did my part. I put the rice in the microwave. All right, let's give her a taste.
First bites?
Delicious. Delicious.
And very hot. Good stuff.
Literally just out of the oven. So it was in for about 20 minutes or so. Wanted to get the breadcrumbs on top a little toasty.
You know what? Having this early in the morning is not too bad. I will take it.
Yeah, I'll have cereal for lunch. And we use brown rice because that's healthier. So before you take another bite,
Okay.
thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. This was
Appreciate
fantastic.
it. It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot about some of the youth issues in our city and people trying to affect change, so we do appreciate that. Thanks so much for supporting Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Each week we try to talk to one of our community leaders trying to make our city a better place, affect change. So until next time, thanks for the support.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is brought to you by Cooking Secrets for Men, LLC, and was recorded in the 3rd Ward in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We feature and profile community leaders who are trying to make Milwaukee a better place. The tagline is, serious people with serious jobs having a little fun. Our guests choose the recipes that we use on the show. All of our podcasts are available on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you get great podcasts. The original YouTube video for this episode is available on our YouTube channel, Cooking Secrets for Men, all rights reserved. Thanks, and see you next time on Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders.